Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Apex once again. Now, the Game Informer article has just came out and we got some really good screenshots. I say really good screenshots, but they are very blurry, so if you can't really see much, I'm sorry for that. But before I actually get into these screenshots and actually explain little bits and pieces that I see on them, I basically wanted to say that this season looks pretty good, but I don't really know if this is actually all the information yet, because the Game Informer article said before that they're going to be releasing new modes, and it actually said plural as in modes for this season. And all I've seen in the article is just one new mode, and that is the Nitro mode, which is essentially, I'll briefly explain it here. Basically, imagine Battle Royale, but you don't have to do the whole dropping thing where you have to like fly down the map. You basically spawn a random location in a very small area, so that I'm assuming the first ring is already closed, so there's less area to travel. And yeah, that's basically it. And you can automatically queue back into the game after the game's done. So they're essentially trying to improve the Battle Royale mode to make it more like fast-paced than it already is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way first. Now, something that you can see on the screen in the bottom left-hand corner is, of course, the new Evo system. Now, we did see this in the gameplay, however, that was obviously an early test. As you've seen, like, the little Evo shield icon in the next to the character's icon. And it did look very, not very polished, because the bar that was on top of it was, like, a little bit too, like, big. It looked very weird. I'll throw a screenshot right now up of it. So this is what it used to look like before. It had a little yellow bar underneath and the little Evo icon to the left. And it still actually had the Evo icon next to the helmet, which I thought was very weird. But now they've changed it. It has a little 4, so that essentially means you're max level, you're level 4. And it has underneath the, behind the max level area, it has a little bar. I'm assuming that will go up. That will be the yellow bar in the previous one. So that will be like the the charge that you have with the Sentinel or the Rampage, that you have a little icon thingy, a little bar thing that goes up and down. It'll be the same kind of thing, but for your level. So the amount of damage that you need to do will obviously say how much damage or points you need left right there instead. And obviously to the right of that, you can see 2 little Xboxes, and they are most likely the perks, which I was very glad to see that in this article, I guess you could call it. Because I was wondering, we need to see these bits of information. That's what I was complaining about in the last video a little bit, is that there's certain bits of information we need to get hold of and know about on the HUD, and that is one of them. That is. I'm very glad that they put that there. However, I would also like if we get some more information on teammates a little bit. I would like to see teammates. I would like to see teammates' perks as well, so that I can just like briefly say it in a pinch when I'm, fighting or whatever. I can go, right, okay, he's got that perk, he can help us out in this way, for example. Now, of course, they do have the number 4 next to the character's icon for the teammates. Now, I'm wondering if that's going to work like how it looked like in the other screenshot for the teammates, where it has a little bar going around the number 4. It would be nice if that's the case, because currently we have no way to actually show how close someone is to their next Evo. You have to actually communicate that. You can't just look on the HUD. So little things like that, I think, would really improve the game, but I think there still needs to be more. So I do think it's a really good improvement, especially with the perks, to have them there. But I would like to have a look at teammates' perks as well. I know you can probably open the inventory. They'll probably have that in the inventory, all the perks for your teammates. But yeah, it would be nice. So talking about inventory, we have this new inventory screen, which I think looks pretty good. It's a little bit confusing for probably new players, but overall, it looks pretty good. So as you can see here, we have to the right, the normal inventory. We have the 2 weapons, your backpack space. We have the 3 icons at the bottom, the helmet, the knockdown shield, and the backpack. And to the right, we have the survival slot. And then to the right of that, we have the ultimate ability and the charge rate. To the left of all them, we have the new Evo shields, and they have a little charge there to the right, as you can see. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this charge is. I'm wondering if this is like the temporary shield thing that they were on about. Maybe this might actually show like blue shield, but then it might actually go down to grey if you switch from blue to grey, if you like shield swap. I wonder if that's what the temporary shield is. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm not too sure what that actual icon is. We'll have to see. But as you can see on the left-hand side, they are on grey shield, so they're level 1. And you can see that it now says 600 Evo for the next level up, which is significantly higher than what it is currently. So it'll be very interesting to see what characteristics give you the Evo points. From what we have heard, it's damaging, getting kills, things like that. So also as well, like ring closures, and also apparently as well, if you are like the underdog of your team and you have like a grey shield and your teammates have like a blue or purple shield, you'll get additional points to essentially catch up. So little ways like that, which I think is really good, rather than just damage. So yeah, and then obviously the elephant in the room that I'm overlooking right now is in the top left-hand corner. You see we have level 1, which is grey shield. Everyone drops in the map with grey shield. Then when you finally level up to level 2, you can choose a perk. And you can choose one of the two there, which from what I can see, because it's crypto, it's very difficult to understand what they are, but as you can see here, I've just zoomed in. It looks like, for the left-hand side one, it looks like a clock and the drone there. So I'm assuming the amount of time before you can get it back, or maybe the amount of time that it takes to deploy, or something like that. Or maybe the amount of time that the enemies are scanned for. It could be a lot of different things revolving the drone. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. Now, there is one concern that I do have for this in general with the perk system, as obviously Apex Legends is a ability shooter game, but the shooting part has kind of faded away a little bit with more abilities that have added into the game. And this is a complaint that a lot of people do have. I'm not too bothered with it too much, but it is a little bit concerning depending on how good these perks are. If these perks are like tiny little enhancements that are significant but not too significant, where it literally makes the abilities completely different and almost necessary if you want to win the game, then that might become a big problem, and it might make the game more of an ability game than an actual shooter game. And so, of course, that is very concerning. As you guys will probably also agree, it is quite concerning. Now, on the right-hand one, I have got no idea what that is. That is not the Neuralink passive that Crypto currently has. So I'm very interested to see if that is a new passive for Crypto. But from what it looks like, it looks like probably some sort of like electricity ability. I don't know, but I've been saying forever that Crypto actually needs a passive, and he's literally one of the least played characters in the game, so it just makes sense. And my question of the previous video has essentially been answered now. How are they going to be doing the abilities? How are they going to separate them? It seems like what it is it's going to be 2 tactical abilities, 1 ultimate and 1 passive. As you can see, there's another tactical ability on level 3 for the purple shield, so you'll be able to choose 2 other perks. And it seems like these are also predetermined, it seems like. So every single game, these are going to be the 4 perks and where you're going to be able to choose them. So essentially, you're only going to have 2 perks per game, and you have to choose between the 2. And it'd be also interesting to see if these match different playstyles as well. For example, the one on the left for the level 2 version, that could be very aggressive. You know, the amount of time that a person's scanned, that could be used very aggressive, whereas the passive, maybe, I don't know what it is, but maybe if it's more like defensive. So if you're going to go for a more defensive playstyle or aggressive playstyle, the perks will actually like go with that. So for the one on the right-hand side, I'm not too sure what this actually is. It looks like it's obviously something to do with the drone, but I've got no idea what that symbol is. And of course, the one on the left is the EMP, and I've also got no idea what that symbol is, but what I could probably imagine is it's some sort of damage enhancement or something, because it is a very damaging ability, so probably some damage enhancement if I were to guess. And then of course, when you get level 4, the red shield, which is normally called level 5 because you have the gold shield. When you get to level 4, you get nothing. So that's another point as well, is that gold shield is apparently going to be getting removed, which is very interesting. So I'm wondering if that perk of the gold shield will be moved somewhere, maybe to someone's abilities. Maybe it might be, I don't know, Lifeline's passive or something, like or passive perks possibly, where she can heal more health with shield cells and syringes. And also the last thing as well that they did show in the article is the level up screen. So basically when you play the game, it's a little notification at the top that it pops up in pretty big, but it's not too distracting, doesn't seem like. And then eventually I'm pretty sure it'll just stay at the top of your screen, but like out the way a little bit so it doesn't actually like get in the way. And I really think this is great. I think this is really cool having in-game progression. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I really hope that they've done it justice though, because this is essentially the thing that is holding up the entire season, it seems like. So, especially how it seems like there's only one mode as well that they're going to be adding to mixtape. That's what it seems like currently. I hope it isn't just one mode, because to be honest, that will just be a massive disappointment. And I really hope they do add some sort of progression for mixtape eventually. Whether it's this season, whether it's the future, I don't know. But if there is some sort of progression in mixtape, I would honestly play that. Like, for example, if they had like a load of challenges, and then if you complete the challenges, you get specific camos that are like very unique to your guns and your legends, and so that people can actually see and go, "Oh right, you've actually completed that challenge. That's very difficult in mixtape." And so it'd actually be something that is rewarding to actually play, but also, you know, is something fun to work towards that isn't just Battle Royale stats and having fun on Battle Royale. You can actually have fun on a fun game mode without, feeling like you're not doing anything because you're not getting stats for it. So yeah, I would like to know what you guys think about all this. Of course, some more information is always dripping through the pipeline, and also as well, we have a trailer on, I believe it's Monday as well, the launch trailer. So that should be fun as well. I'll see what information comes out of that, but it'll probably just be all the information that we've already seen. So we'll see. We'll see if there's any other modes, if there's any progression of any sort, because there is a new progression leader at Respawn. So we'll see what work he's done. But yeah, we'll see. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye for now.